there's been a disagreement that's been boiling under the surface on the right. You have most of the conservative pundits, the prominent conservative pundits, now view Fox News as basically a sellout organization. They're not far right enough. They're too centrist. They're too mealy-mouthed. And certainly the firing of Tucker Carlson really sort of put them over the edge. So now you're seeing some conservative pundits, people like Megyn Kelly, Charlie Kirk. They're now getting more and more open with the fact that they don't like Fox News. In fact, they're going to kind of want to wage war on Fox News. And we're seeing the beginning of it right now. So here they are. Let the war begin. Yummy in my tummy.
Interesting piece in the Daily Signal today talking about Fox, and they have some quotes from Tucker's team and from some others on how Fox has gone left on the gender ideology
that's
subject.
Correct.
And revealing as follows, quote, a source who still works at Fox News told the Daily Signal that after Carlson's show was canceled in April, producers for the new 8 p.m. were told not to bash Dylan Mulvaney. The source says that directive came from high-level executives. And it ends by interviewing Matt Walsh of the Daily Wire, who says there is no daylight at all between Fox News and MSNBC when it comes to gender. And that report...
All right, let me just pause here. I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I believe it, because there were a number of shows on Fox News that did exactly that. They bashed Dylan Mulvaney. This was the culture war outrage of the day. Bud Light put a trans person on the can. The trans person had some advertisement deal and was hawking it. And then, boom, massive backlash. Why? Because how dare you put a trans person front and center? Ever. Because this is degeneracy. This isn't allowed. You're pushing our children to cut off their dick and balls. This is the narrative. So they did that, right? They did that. The idea that, oh, hey, don't talk about that. Well, then why did they talk about it 473 times? So I don't even know if I believe it. I don't even know if I believe it. Okay, but let's continue here because it gets more interesting.
He says that's something that the Fox's viewers need to know. He says if it were up to me, Fox would get the Bud Light treatment, and they are getting that treatment. But it is interesting. The whole piece is worth reading. It talks about how Fox requires you to say the pronouns of people as required. Now, there's some of that is due to New York City law, which is as far left on this stuff as you can get. But there's nothing in New York City law that says you can't bash Dylan Mulvaney when he's making a mockery of womanhood. So if that actually happened, that's a Fox directive. And it does sort of evince why people are having trouble with the new Fox News channel.
They're still number one in the ratings. They're still number one. Yes, with Tucker being gone, that time slot is not getting as many viewers at the moment. But maybe when they find a permanent replacement, it'll go right back up. They're still number one. You want to know why? Because boomers do boomer stuff. Fox News is part of their daily routine. They just flip it on, they keep that on. That's what happens. It's just like, oh, people are running to Newsmax and One American News. Some. Am I impressed with One American News and Newsmax's numbers? No. It is true Newsmax recently beat CNN, but that's like being the tallest kid in kindergarten. CNN gets abysmal ratings, and they have no identity whatsoever.
I mean, I guess criticizing criticizing Dylan Mulvaney is the central piety you can't do, I guess, now at any major media network.
I love how they think they're speaking truth to power. Why can't I bash the trans person in the beer ad? You think this makes you brave? You think this makes you strong? You think you're taking on the establishment by bashing a trans person in a beer ad? This is the right. They like to fancy, we're fighting the elites by giving tax cuts to the rich and corporations and shitting on trans people 24/7. Oh, so brave. So anti-establishment. Look at you. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Whatever happened to these people? Love freedom, liberty. That's what we believe in. Freedom and liberty means trans people get to be trans and do what they want. And if they get a beer ad, God bless. Who cares? But they care a lot. They care a lot.
He is the holy, right? Everything else is touchable. It's interesting. I still go on Fox, and I have good friends. Laura's been great to me, and I'll be honest, without Fox, I don't know if I would have had the kind of career I've had. And obviously, they've changed, but I'm thankful to them. But at the same time, I'm very critical of where they're going. I'll say this, Megan. I got an email asking me to go on a program a couple weeks ago, and the producer had his pronouns in his email signature.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to say what show. Yeah, at Fox. And they're asking me to come on the show, and I sent it to my team. I said, we are not going on this show. Let me be
No,
very clear,
the answer is no.
Yeah, it's like he, him, whatever. I said, look, This at some point you got to just say no. Okay, I am not going to put up with this. And I don't know if it's mandated. I don't know if it's selective. But here you are. You're trying to book Charlie Kirk, and you think that me seeing pronouns in the bio is going to make me say, you know what? I'm going to make time on a weekend that that I could be spending with my precious daughter because of your pronoun signaling to me. Like, no, go find somebody else.
Look at how fragile they are, man. Look at how fragile they are. Now, listen, one of the things I actually pride myself on in being in this political space is that I'm still a normie, right? Like, I follow politics like nobody's business. I'm on top of it 24/7. I see what's going on. I know what's going on. But also, I maintain my norminess, which I'm kind of proud of because everybody seems to get terminal online brain and lose their damn mind. I haven't. I'm relatively normie-ish. So what does that mean? Listen, 99% of the time, yeah, we know that if your name is Don, you're going to go by he, him, right? We know if your name is Rebecca, you're going to go by she, her. We know that. We know that. So the overwhelming majority of people are not putting pronouns in their bio because it's obvious what you want to be called based on the name. The overwhelming majority of the time. Yeah, 1% of the time it's not. And in those situations, by all means, put your pronouns in there, right? Now, I don't know what the deal is with this Fox News producer, but if I were to get an email, which I don't really read my emails, that doesn't really make all that much sense, but if someone put their pronouns in the thing, I'd be like, huh, okay. And that's the end of it. No, I will not go on your show because you put your pronouns in the Grow up. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? They make a mountain out of a molehill on a daily basis and act at the same time like the left is so ridiculous. Are they? Are they? Have you looked in the mirror? Because this seems pretty goddamn ridiculous to me. Somebody had their pronouns in an email, so I threw a tantrum, said I won't go on the show, and now I'm virtue signaling about how absurd this is. I don't put my pronouns anywhere. 99% of people don't put their pronouns anywhere. But if somebody does, God bless. Who cares? Do your thing. But that's not what they think. And they think, like, the argument they're trying to make here is Fox News is going woke. Are they? Is that what they're doing? How long until Fox News is out there cheerleading for AOC? Answer, never going to happen. Never, ever, 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 ever. Just that you guys are ridiculous. You've lost your damn mind. You're terminally online brained. You got culture war brain rot. And this is the end result. So, look, it's nothing but entertaining to me. So, I'll keep looking and I'll keep laughing. All right, guys. That's the show. I love y'all very much, as always. Thank you for listening to me. Sometimes I could be obnoxious. Sometimes I could be loud. Sometimes I could be wrong. Not really. That last one, I'm never really wrong. But I love you, as always. Everybody do me a big favor. Click like. Click subscribe. We're trying to get to that 2 million number now. That'll be a while. But listen, it's still, I don't know the numbers, but I want to say it's 20, 30%, something like that. Watch this channel and don't subscribe. What are you doing? It costs you nothing. And it helps us out massively. It helps us in the algorithm and all that fun stuff. So just click subscribe. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. That's another way to subvert the algorithm from screwing us. So I deeply appreciate that. And remember, you can always listen to the full shows, the audio podcast version on Spotify, if you want to listen to that. And that's all I got for you, man. We never talk to advertisers. Never have. Never will. Don't want to have anything to do with any corporations. We have the default ads that run, but your boy has never had a conversation with any advertiser. I'm very proud of that fact. So if you want to support this show, I deeply appreciate it. Patreon link below. Substack link below for Crystal Kyle and friends. And you can always tip on YouTube as well. That's all I got for you guys, man. Again, I love y'all very much, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.